Thank you. Okay, so I'm calling this. So the only way I can call get all is like we said before, it has to be in a route, right? So I'm calling that method right here. And you know what? I'm even going to set it equal to anything. I'm just going to call it. Okay. So if I go back to, actually, let's see if my server's still running. I'll be shocked if it is. Oh my God. No, it's not. Okay. That makes sense. Cannot import name book partition slice module due to circular import. Weird. Book.py, server.py, from book, import book.
Is it because you imported it into MySQL connection? To show us that thing?
Is that where I imported it? No, I didn't. That's right. That's right. From book, import book. Book, import book. MySQL connection. From book, import book. That's right.
Rajon, your voice isn't coming through if you're trying to ask something.
Oh, were you? Was there a question?
Never mind. You had answered it already.
Okay. Okay. Python server.py. What am I doing? Import error. Cannot import name booked. Partially initialized module. Most likely to circular import. Class book. Class method. Get all. Right.
I think it was in your MySQL connection where you imported book to show us that annotation.
That's right. Oh my God, you're right. Thank you so much. Thank you. That would have taken me another 20 minutes to find. Thank you. Book is not defined. Did you mean book? Well, that's a different error. That's good. Oh, I forgot to take this out. Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, if that was gonna cause an error, but it's
It sure
it
did.
looked like you were pretty positive about leaving it there.
Yeah. So following me is hard. It's hard to like explaining this stuff is like a nightmare. So not a nightmare.
Should we,
I love
so
it, but
should we never, so the MySQL connection.py, when we import that code, we should
don't
just
touch
leave
it.
it like that. Just
Don't touch it. Yeah. The
Okay.
only thing, and I'm glad you asked, the only thing is Mac users are going to have to change this from root to root root.
If my password is root root. Okay.
If
so
your password is root root, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
whatever
Okay,
your
that helps.
password is, then it should be root root.
Root
But
root,
if it's
okay.
something else, whatever your password is has to be right here.
Okay, okay. That's helpful.
Yeah. All right. So I go back to my browser, refresh. I get, didn't really show up very well. Let me do it again. There we go. There are my books. So just so you can see them better, I'm going to import PrettyPrint in, make sure I put it in the right place, from pprint, import pprint. Okay. So now, if I run this again, they always get cut off. Let me do this. There we go. So I get a list of dictionaries of all the books that are in my database. Okay.
Why are they in that order?
Why are they in that order?
Why are the attributes in that order instead of?
So when I run this query in MySQL Workbench, and if let's run this one. So notice that I have my column names and I have my items, right? The dictionary that I get sets up the column name with the corresponding value. So each one of these rows in my database is a dictionary, a Python dictionary. Okay, so I get the key value pairs associated with 1984. I get the key value pairs associated with Dune, and the key value pairs associated with Infinite Jest. Okay, so
Yeah,
author
what was
is,
throwing me off was it alphabetizes your keys.
yeah, yep,
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, there, it's alphabetized.
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So is this the reason why you wanted to say return result instead of anything else?
Yeah. So right now, this we're halfway. Well, we're not more than halfway done, but we don't want to return this to our server. We want to take this list of dictionaries and convert it into a list of objects. Okay. So that's why I return test here, because if you return if you return result, you're going to fail the belt exam. Okay. So what they want you to do now is iterate through this list of dictionaries, and for each item, make an object out of it. Okay. But I think I'm going to stop here because I feel like I've thrown way too much at you right now.
Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
So in your server.py, you run, let me look at the function one more time.
Mhm.
So it says book.getAll. So it gets all, but from get all, you're getting the return value. Or
Right.
are you not?
No,
You
so
get the
if I
return.
set this to books, right? Right now I'm returning the string test. So if I print,
Yeah, you're returning the
books,
string test. Yeah.
we're going to see test in our
Right.
There it is.
Right, but why was it returning the full dictionary if you said return test already?
Because I'm pretty printing what comes back. So I set result equal to a call to this function, which is query.db, right? So I write the query.
So it's printing from book.py
Mhm.
and then it goes to server.py where it gets the value of test.
Right.
Okay, so that dictionary is printing from as a result of book.py.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
The only thing at this point I'm using server.py for is a method of calling this function. All I want to do is invoke this function. So the way I'm doing that is every time I go to this route, it's going to invoke my index function. Inside of my index function, I'm invoking the getAll class method.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's going to be invoked, but you're still going to get whatever's in index.html.
Right. I haven't done anything to pass it to the front end.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking of doing that tomorrow because I feel like with 4 people lost, I don't want to throw any more at you. Unless you want me to keep going.
It's like you're reading a good book and like get to the end.
Yeah, I don't want to stop. If you want to keep reading, I'll keep going. I don't want to overwhelm people.
I think if we do this once all the way and then we redo it over,
okay, yeah,
it'll still be the same thing, except it'll probably like now that you're kind of getting rid of the kinks, I guess, throughout the whole process again tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, so
I'm curious, what happens if you pass back the data to server.py? Will it just not know how to handle that data?
It'll work, and that's why I don't want to do it. So if I pass in result, okay, return result, and now if I come down here and print books, okay, let me save this, refresh.
That's why I was asking, why couldn't you just do it like that? But you sufficiently scared me.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I'm not really scare you. I just don't want you to do this.
But like, okay, so you don't have to do it for a particular reason, but nothing bad happened. Like
nothing bad happens except for you failing the belt exam, which is to me is horrible. So this is the print statement from books.py. This is the print statement from my server.py. So it will work fine. You can pass a dictionary to server. You can even pass it on to your front end and it will work. But please, pretty please with sugar on top, don't do that.
Right.
If you don't convert it to an object, you miss a big portion of the requirements on the belt and you will fail. Okay. So I
Okay.
don't want that. So let's go on to the next step since I feel like I don't want, we got to avoid this. So what I'm going to do is this video is kind of long, so I'm going to stop and start.